a great initiative to have the power walk with Commissioner Jurgensen.
It was great to have this power walk this morning with the Commissioner.
We had an electrifying walk with the Commissioner for Energy and Housing, Dan Jorgensen.
A fresh breath of energy.
So today I'm speaking to some very interesting people that all has a stake in the electrification of Europe. And this is what we need. We need to get the black molecules out and the green electrons in. Good for fighting climate change, good for our competitiveness, and good for our security.
Where we really talked about Europe's real next power move, which is the Electricity Action Plan, and basically adopting a strategy of clean electrification. For a while, I think we talked about this as energy transition climate project, but it's clear now, especially these days with the war in Iran and the energy crisis we're going through, that it is basically the security and competitiveness strategy for Europe. Now, it's not a walk in the park either. We talked a lot about the conditions that needed to be right, the targets, the governance, the financing for grids to make it affordable, to make it beneficial for people, but also for industries that maybe are not ready to decarbonize.
We spoke about electrification, and what we want, and the message I brought, is that we want a smart and fair electrification. And for us, that means, for Climate Action Network Europe, that means an electrification plan that is rooted in binding renewables energy target, in energy efficiency, and on a clear fossil fuel phase-out exit strategy.
My takeaway is that electrification is competitiveness. It has been further confirmed, but we will only get there if we can structurally reduce electricity prices in Europe. This is important for industry, but this is also important for European citizens. The Electrification Action Plan that will be proposed in a couple of days from now will be hopefully leading the way. We have great expectations, but it will be very important that member states are implementing first the great stuff that we already have in Europe, but then also second, the measures that will be put forward in the Electrification Action Plan.
It's also what's lacking in Europe. The energy to define our own path for the future. That is the energy we need. If we are not careful, we're building a halfway house for Europe. A house where neither the frontrunners want to live in, nor the laggards are happy with. We need to avoid these things. The Power Walk with Dan inspired me a lot. It gave me the energy to help build the Europe that we choose, we Europeans.
But there's so much potential, and it was very inspiring and really high energy to talk this through with the Commissioner and my fellow walkers.
We agreed that we need a more positive narrative for Europe. We are not really in that bad a place. Yes, we have challenges. Yes, we need to do better. But we do have a really good possibility and a very good opportunity for us to become an electro-union.